Everyone, today we are going to learn about the chapter water. Water, as we all know, is a very important liquid in our life. The chemical formula of it is H2O. It is very important liquid in our life and very crucial for our body. 70% of our body is only water. It is vital for growth of an organism. Life is not possible without water. Also, water is used in various industries, agriculture, cleaning, power generation, etc. We need water for so many things, and luckily we have got that. But we are not saving that, we are wasting water. So, therefore, I would request you to all of you to save water. Now, when we have learned about all these things of water, let's learn the chemistry in this water. Before we learn that, let's learn about solute, solvent, and solution. What is all this? Solute is the substance that dissolves or disappears in the solvent in the form of solution, while the solvent is the liquid medium or the medium of dissolution in which the solute actually dissolves, which allows the dissolution of solution in it, solute in it. And the solution is the homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent. You can see over here. So solute is the solid, solvent is the liquid which makes the solid dissolve, and the solution is the addition of these both. So this was solute, solvent, and solution. On the there are two. On the basis of the quantity of solute, you have two types of solutions. Here you can see one beaker where you have very little solute, very little solvent and a lot of solute in it. Another beaker over here you can see is that a large amount of solute is there. A large amount of solvent is there. Very little solute is there. Okay, you take water, you add very little bit salt in it and just taste it. You will feel no, not much change in that. Then you take very little water, but lots of salt. You will see, oh my god, this is damn very salty. Why is that? Because concentration is increased. Dilute solution is where the solute is relatively less, while concentrated one is where the solute is more. The types of solution on basis of saturation. For this, I would like to give you very nice example. You have a timetable in school. I know you must be missing all that, but still, first you have your morning very fresh. You are ready to take all the knowledge which can be given. You have English period, done, very good. Then you have short break, chem period, very good. You can still take some more knowledge. Then you have bio period. Okay, still I can take more. History period. Okay, I can take more knowledge. Now comes physics period. No, Baba. Now it is enough. I can't take any more knowledge. I can't bear now. The school. I am tired. I can't take anything else more. After physics period comes the PE period. What happens? You go nicely play, your mind is little bit freed up. Now you say, wow, now I am feeling a little better. I can take a little more knowledge now. So this is nothing but unsaturated solution, saturated solution, and supersaturated solution. In unsaturated solution, more solvent can be dissolved, while in a saturated solution, more solute cannot be dissolved. So you can see the solute part. While supersaturated solution is when if you just change the temperature or pressure, then the intermolecular space in the solute solvent increases. So more solvent can be taken in that. So that is supersaturated solution. On the basis of that, you can give the definitions in the following things. Unsaturated solution is a solution which can dissolve more solute at that temperature and is said to be unsaturated solution at that temperature. Saturated solution is a solution which cannot dissolve more solute at a given temperature. So it is called as the saturated solution. Supersaturated solution is which can hold more solute at a given temperature than present in a saturated solution. Solubility. Solubility of a solute in a solvent at a particular temperature is the maximum amount of solute it can in grams that can saturate 100 grams of solvent that at that temperature. This is a definition which you must keep in the mind word to word, but its meaning is that solubility is actually the capacity of that solvent to hold solute. How much solute can that solvent take? That is the solubility. Therefore, solubility is weight of solute upon weight of solvent in 200. It is usually in percentage. Solubility curve. Solubility curve, as we know, the solubility increases with increase in temperature. Change in temperature can lead to change in solubility. Why is that so? If the temperature is increased, if according to the matter, the interparticle space increases, it expands. The it, molecules, atoms start vigorously. They move. More energy is possessed. The bond in between them becomes less strong. Therefore, the particles actually separate, and if they separate, some more solute can fit in it. Therefore, the change in this solubility is there. Sometimes it also decreases. So here you can see the solubility curve is a graph that actually shows the effect of temperature on solubility of that substances. In this graph will be given, and they can ask you any question based on this graph. You must be able to see the graph. They will tell you at 30 degrees Celsius what is the solubility of NaCl. You can see here 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius, the brown line is NaCl. So here, somewhere over here, it is 38 or 39, somewhat like that. So like that, you must be able to see the graph and understand. Now tell me which is some salt which is slightly changed in temperature is observed. It is NaCl, KCl, the correct one. Then you tell me something whose solubility is decreasing with increase in temperature. You are right, that is SO2. Tell me the solubility of, no, not the solubility I want, now I want. Can you tell me which is something whose solubility is increasing very like a wide differences solubilities there? Yeah, it is KNO3. So like that, it is questions can be asked. Factors affecting solubility in solids, the temperature, the solubility increases with increase in temperature. I told you that. Why? Solubility decreases with decrease in pressure. Why increase in pressure? Why is that so? If you increase the pressure, the particles will be squeezed, so less space is there for a solute to come in it, so solubility is less. While in gases it is completely opposite. Temperature increases, solubility decreases, while pressure increases, solubility increases. That is because in gases are very very loosely packed. So if the temperature is actually increasing, the gases will actually move out. The solute which is there, which will not actually dissolve in it only. That is a problem. Therefore, solubility is very less at high temperature in gases. But in pressure, if all three things, the molecules of gases and molecules of solute, if they are in the pressure they are packed, then they actually get dissolved. So therefore, it is different. Then the next part of this chapter, that is what crystals and crystallization, I'll be teaching in the next module. Thank you.